Alright, little man. It's time for Dad to go to the gym.
Yeah, you know the deal, homie. Dad's gotta go to the gym. Let's get your snack. Up here, we got his little snack jar. Alright. Come on, come out of here. Want that? Oh, got it. Dude's like a shark, man. Are you gonna enjoy that while I'm gone? You better enjoy that. Savor it. You know, don't like swallow the whole thing in 5 seconds. I'll be back in a few hours, bud. Come out to the car to get to the gym and do a vlog on the way there, and our suction mount that's supposed to sit up on the windshield is sitting in the floorboard. So let's remount that and then we will get to it. Okay, so I reported a 15-minute vlog here driving to the gym, and absolutely none of the audio recorded. So sorry about that. Today we're just gonna have to jump straight into chest day, and you'll never know what it was that I talked about, but don't worry, we'll go over it in the next vlog. All right, you guys, we have arrived. It is time to actually get the chest day done and stop talking about it. So before we do so, we just gotta do a little bit of quick stretching to get our lats and chest opened up a little bit. And then we're gonna jump onto this chest press machine real quick for our first movement of the day. As we talked about in the car vlog, we're gonna have 2 types of movements. We're gonna have pressing movements and we're gonna have fly movements, 2 of each. So we're gonna start off with the basic horizontal chest press, but first a little bit of stretching. All right, so I am basically just letting my head fall through my shoulders, through my arms. Oh, I'm getting a fantastic lat stretch here. All right, I'm just gonna knock out a warm-up set before we jump into our working weight. We got our elbows tucked in, not out here, tucked in. Chest up towards the ceiling. Big breath in, and exhale on the way out. And throughout the set, it's very important that you make sure your elbows are staying in. They're not floating out here as the rep progresses. They're staying tucked into your sides. Otherwise, you start to turn this into a front delt movement and put your shoulder girdle in a very precarious position that's inviting upper body injuries. On my warm-up sets, I tend to go a bit higher rep because I'm really just trying to push blood into that muscle group, get the tendons and ligaments nice and lubricated for when we start using our real weight. All right, now let's put the real weight on here. And we're gonna be aiming for, as usual, something in that 8 to 12 rep range, keeping us in the hypertrophy area. Get locked in again. Small curve in the lower back, chest up, elbows tucked in. You guys know what I always tell you. If you can't hold the weight at the full extension of the movement, then you're using too much weight. You should be able to get at least a half second squeeze at the top of the movement. All right, we bumped up the weight just a little bit for our second working set, but we go through that same mental checklist every time, and especially as the weight gets heavier. Small curve in the lower back, chest up, elbows tucked in. Big breath in, hold it, and exhale on the way out of the rep. Got a cramp in my thumb over here. Couple extra reps on this one. I didn't get the weight high enough, so we compensated with a couple extra reps. Working out in this little circuit training area. All of these weight stacks on these machines are a bit lower than your full-fledged training areas. So we're gonna max out this machine, which isn't saying much because it's like 160 pounds. All right, third set, maxing out the little circuit training machine over here. Six, seven, 3 more. All right, moving on to our first fly movement. We're gonna do some upper chest flies, which is actually a little bit counterintuitive. For any kind of upper chest movement, you're typically working with the weight below you and moving it above you, or at least towards the ceiling. So you can see I have these cables positioned at the bottom of the stack, and I'm gonna be bringing these up to my shoulders. So we're gonna come out, step forward, chest up. And then bring them back down for a safe landing. Oh. All right, I'm thinking it's about time to shed our outer layer. Got to tuck the shirt in first though. All right, second set. Common mistake you see is people get both of the handles and just standing right there, they start doing their flies. We want to step out, 1, 2, 3 steps, small steps, not giant leaps, so that we're literally being pulled backward. Now, get your chest up to the sky, big breath in. And then handles up to shoulder height. Easy set. Okay, third set. Nothing new to teach you on this set. Just watch and learn. All right, you guys. I think we've waited long enough. Needed to reposition this little microphone onto my hat anyway. Sorry for all the noise. All right, one last set of these, and then we'll call it quits for the flies. I guess one last tip, I always look up at the bar right here to make sure I'm centered between the two pulleys. Whew. That's it for incline cable flies. We'll do decline flies, and we'll find some kind of chest press also for our third and fourth movements of the day. It's actually a pretty good time of day to be in here. It's kind of like a little after the lunch rush. Sour watermelon, man. Hits hard. Wow. Some of these gym clientele. Just keep my thoughts to myself. That toxic inner dialogue I told you guys about. You don't need to hear all that. All right, I think I might even just go ahead and, because we're already taking up this space, we'll go ahead and set these up for decline flies. Now normally I go all the way up high on these, the highest setting, but I'm gonna mix it up a little bit today and go kind of between mid and max high. Just because I saw Sam Stolik and Jay Cutler doing this for their medium to high flies. All right. Make sure I'm centered. 2 or 3 steps out. Chest up. Obviously, my hands are coming down in front of my waist for these from a high position, whereas we just did the inverse, where we were starting with a low position and bringing our hands up high. Ooh, those feel good. Those feel very good. All right, second set of decline flies.
Okay.
Keep that squeeze down there for half a second. And watch how wide I'm coming back and resetting every time. We're not coming here and then resetting and doing this. We're coming all the way back to the beginning of the movement. Full range of motion, every rep. Whew. Wow. Wow. Definitely feeling it. Definitely feeling myself. And that's how you guys should feel. When you're in there with a pump, you should be feeling it. Feeling the pump, but also feeling yourself. Proud of yourself that you're in here when everybody else is out there. Proud of yourself that you're gonna go home and you're gonna feed yourself correctly, not just whatever you want, to supplement that beautiful workout you just had. You're gonna get 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You're gonna eat the right amount of calories, 10% surplus if you're in a bulk, minus 10 or 20% if you're cutting. Exactly your maintenance calories if you're maintaining. You're gonna do it all correctly, indefinitely, perfectly for the rest of your life. Not really, not perfectly, but you guys know what I'm saying. All right, can we get 2 more sets of these?
That works. My expectation is more like maybe a little bit and doing things like agility and time so that I'm down. That can be down where they need to be.
All right, 3 sets down. 1 last set of decline flies, and then we'll be moving on to the last movement of the day, which will be some kind of pressing movement. Probably some form of dips. That's what I'm feeling. Ooh. Rest periods, you're looking at minimum 30 seconds. Maximum is ideally 60 seconds for isolation movements. If you're doing a big compound movement, resting 2 or 3 minutes is fine, but for these isolation movements, you really don't need more than 1 minute of rest. Okay, let's finish these. One more. All right. Let's go find either a dip bar or a dip machine so we can wrap up this chest day, get ourselves home. We got business to do later today. I got to make a mini road trip, go sell a camera lens, and some other activities I got to take care of. All right, assisted dip machine. We will not be using any assistance, but we will use the machine. We just need it for the bars. We don't need this guy. But that being said, a lot of you guys when you're first starting out probably can't do a single body weight dip. Don't be embarrassed, neither could I. Couldn't do a pull-up either. So this machine right here, the assisted dip machine, you put your knees on that pad right there and you adjust how much weight assistance you need with the pins. And this will quickly get you trained up to being able to do your own body weight dips. It really won't take long. And you'll feel extremely proud of yourself the first time you feel your body gliding through the air like you're levitating. It's a good feeling, I remember it. So let's get on here, take this little machine for a ride. Now with dips, you see these typically done two ways. You see them with the chest up, straight up and down, which is more of a tricep dip, or you see them done with the tilt forward, which concentrates more on the chest. Now this being chest day, we will be doing the latter. So watch this, and now see how I lean forward and then bring myself down. All right, so this is straight up and down, like this would be a tricep dip. For a chest dip, you're gonna lean forward into it and then come down. For these dips, I usually do make my last movement of the day. And so it's pretty common to try to do these AMRAP, as many reps as possible, just to completely burn out whatever muscle and energy I have left for the day. All right, 2 down, 2 to go.
I got the music blasting.
I know. Don't they know I'm trying to record, you know? It's like a nightclub in here. 1 minute later, set number 3. One more. Ooh. All right, you guys ready to finish this up? Last set of chest day. Nice slow controlled movement on the first rep going down, and then explosive on the way up. One more. Ooh. Ooh. And that is the completion of the 1,000th chest day of life. Maybe 2,000, I don't know. Maybe not 1,000, I don't know. 11 years You got somewhere between 50 and 100 chest workouts per year. So we'll call it 75. 750 would be 2 years. Okay, so it's like chest day number 800 and something. So there's your answer. How do you get a chest like you? Well, 800 chest sessions. Not really. I had a chest like this 6 years ago. I've just been maintaining ever since then. So really it's about 4 years of consistent hypertrophy routine supplemented by, I'm out of breath, you guys, gassed, supplemented by adequate dieting, meaning protein intake and calorie intake. That's about how long it takes. About 4 years. All right, let's go find a mirror for a progress update real quick and then get ourselves out of here. All right, physique update. Wrapping up chest day. Yeah, I just completely screwed up one of the straps on my backpack. That's okay. Fix that here in a minute. We don't want the pump to disappear while we are troubleshooting and diagnosing the backpack. I'm a little bit too large for the frame here. I know that happens all the time, but these are the consequences of an enormous pump after a successful chest day, shoulder day, back day. Get a little too large for the frame. Man, you know what? I might even go for a high angle. And this thing is telling me I'm overexposed, of course. Can I adjust the ISO here? That looks absolutely terrible. What are you talking about? Yeah, so there's your most muscular. Can we get squared up? All right, you guys, that is it. Let's get these last bit of BCAs in us. Maybe do a side chest real quick. Hold on. I got an idea. I bet you if we blow up the zoom right here, now we look extremely large, do we not? Can we all agree? I can see the shoulder striations from here, man. Sometimes I forget which hand goes on top and which one goes underneath. And actually, so how it works is this wrist is supposed to be turned up because you see what happens with the bicep when you do that? It rounds out the bicep. So when this arm, we're talking about the side chest pose here. So this hand comes on top of your front arm, whatever's facing them. This wrist should be turned up to make that bicep pop. Shoulder should be not forward, but back like that to show the serratus and the definition beneath the pec there. So all of that's dialed in. Slight lean here so you can see the striations in the chest that's furthest away from them. Gotta step back a little bit. And I'm no posing coach, posing expert, not a professional, but I've studied a lot of bodybuilding, a lot of bodybuilders, a lot of Olympians. Now my side chest on the other side sucks. Admittedly, I think that's because I am left-handed. Something about it just doesn't feel as natural to me. So it's like that hand's on top, this is coming underneath, shoulders back. You guys tell me. I feel like the other one looks better.
I think we get a little bit more of a twist. And I may be a little too high there. All right, let's go home. We got a lot to do today.